So I was thinking, I thought that I'll do a series where I take a question straight from the comment section and share with you my perspective. And then in the comment section of that video, you can share with me your perspective. What do you think? You know what? We'll try it. If you don't like it, you let me know, okay? All right then. In one of my community posts several weeks back, I said that your life purpose will always come in the form of joy. And in the comment section of that post was this question: what if I don't find joy in what I am doing but gotta pay bills? It was such a great question, something that most of us have thought about one time or another. So I thought we can start off the series with this. So let me tell you my story of how I switched from pursuing money to pursuing my life's purpose. For me, the switch came gradually and then all of a sudden. There was a time I thought I had to be practical and focus on making money rather than pursuing a job that brought me joy. After years of struggling, going through jobs after jobs, and even trying my hand in business, I entered corporate America, became an instructional designer, which suited me best out of all my other endeavors. So for a moment there, I thought this was it. I had finally found a job I can settle into. But the biggest problem I had with all the jobs, including the corporate job, was this aching emptiness that would not go away. I woke up feeling empty. It would go away momentarily when I was busy, but whenever I had a quiet moment to myself, it came raging back. Also, I never had any energy either. But I needed to make it work because I had bills to pay. And also, I didn't want to become an embarrassment to my family. But after forcing myself to tolerate a job that left me feeling empty and depleted, suddenly things switched rapidly. The fear of not being able to pay the bills was completely overridden by the pain of having to work just for money. You know how if you're like me, you're afraid of the dentist, so you put off going as long as you can, even though you have a toothache, until one day the pain of the toothache completely overrides the fear? At that point, the fear is minuscule compared to the pain. It's not even a factor. Well, that's how it felt like at the time when the switch happened. The pain of staying in that job completely outweighed the fear of not being able to pay the bills. So much so that the fear was not even a consideration in making my decision to quit. It was just when my spiritual awakening was intensifying and staying at a job just for the money was intolerably painful. And so I had no choice but to let it go. I knew it was time for me to go find my calling. I go into detail in my video about how I quit my job. This switch happens during spiritual awakening, and our vibration elevates from a mode of survival to a mode of blossoming, thriving. At this time, we are no longer completely consumed with the survival of the body, not as much as before, but we become more concerned with living our authentic life, living a life where our inner world matches the outer world. And that's what happened to me. My whole being was no longer consumed by the fear of surviving, but I had this unstoppable urge to merge out into the world as my real self. Anyway, continuing on with my story, when I quit my job, I had enough saved up to last me several months. Also, there were divine workings that happened during that time that brought in unexpected money that lasted me a little over a year. During that time, I was shown my life's purpose, the work I came to do, which was to write about spirituality. I felt a huge sense of relief, like I can finally be me, when I started working on my calling in Sirius. Of course, I wasn't completely free from worrying about my finances, but when I did, I was told not to worry, that even if it takes the universe to rearrange itself, you will be supported. That was 7 years ago. Ever since then, outside circumstances worked out in a way where I didn't have to go back to a full-time job since then. honestly, if I look back, it's almost miraculous how one thing led to another and I was financially supported. I know my story is a bit drastic and impractical. And of course, I'm not saying you should do what I did. I'm just sharing with you how things have unfolded for me and how it's still unfolding. But there are millions of different ways you're being led. That's why the first step is to be sensitive to yourself and be able to hear what's ringing true for you. If you're unsure, I say wait. Wait until you can't ignore it anymore. That way, there's no doubt in your mind. Meanwhile, try to make some time to fit in as much joys as possible, even if it's something silly. It all counts. Just keep doing it, even if it's only a little bit at a time, because you never know what that's going to lead to. Now it's your turn. How are you balancing money and joy? Are you one of the lucky ones who found a job you truly enjoy? Or are you fitting in your joy in the weekends and spare time? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to know. Until next time, regards, Ray.